had a really busy weekend. I really wanted to bring like a bunch of stuff from my clothing brand and stuff, but I really wasn't able to. Part of the lifestyle of, you know, being an entrepreneur and stuff, independent, you're gonna be having a lot of busy weekends, a lot of busy days, and have to wear multiple hats so that you can get to where you really want to do and what you really want to be. First and foremost, my name is XCELLENT Sandio. I go by the name of DJ Sandio. I'm a DJ, I'm a producer, I am an independent designer entrepreneur. Shoot, I can taper you up and line you up real quick if I need to, play the guitar. I'm a boxer. I could go on and on, but ultimately I'm a human being. I am light, and I shine. And I'm here to talk to you guys about me and my story. I'd like to give a huge thank you to your teacher, your Lily. Can you guys please give her a round of applause right now? Because the fact that you guys have a teacher like this, a lot of us growing up didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Her and I, myself, and probably all of us in here never really had teachers like that. So now that we are able to be in position and are able to become teachers, now we're old enough to become teachers, and we're old enough to get in front of you guys and try to, you know, spit game to y'all and give y'all some type of information that'll help y'all and motivate y'all, and y'all could take. I'll start it off by I was born in Guasave, Sinaloa, Mexico. I'm an immigrant. So I came to this country when I was 7 years old. Just a little bit about myself. I come from very humble beginnings. I come from brick houses, dirt roads. I come from playing on creeks, you know, building little paper boats. You build a paper boat, you build a paper boat, you build a paper boat, and we all see whose paper boat goes the furthest as it's raining and we don't got no clothes on our back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I come from. I immigrated to Richmond when I was 7 years old. I moved to Oakland when I was 13. I kind of just want to not talk too much about myself, because ultimately I understand that as high schoolers, you guys have a lot going on in your head. You know what I'm saying? You guys got a lot going on in your day-to-day. I want to more so have a conversation with you guys about kind of what y'all go through, and who knows, maybe how I can help giving y'all my perspective on certain things. So I set up kind of like a Q&A type style seminar for us. We are recording live. We are going to use a bunch of this footage, so feel free to take this time to ask questions, to speak on your perspective, and use this platform. No steps backwards. Shout out Maven, Mayhem. Can y'all give a round of applause to the production that's here today? Please, everybody that's here, from Ben to JC to Edwin to our intern, Araceli. By the way, she's only 13, 14? 14 years old. You know what I mean? And she's helping us out right here with major production. And this is about $40,000, $50,000 worth of equipment, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't no joke, and she's only 14 years old helping us out with this type of stuff, you know. So shout out to Maven Mayhem. Shout out to y'all for allowing me to be here. Shout out to Oakland Tech, and shout out to Lily for putting this stuff together. REQ, get that microphone ready for me. I'm 24 years old. I turn 25 next week. I'm not too much older than y'all. If there's anything bothering you right now in your head, if there's anything that you just want to talk about, anything that you want to just bring up, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. This is an open forum. I don't want to get too much about me, because ultimately I want to give y'all this platform to kind of speak on y'all struggles and speak on what's on your mind and how we can move forward as a unit. Anybody got anything to say? Any question? I know some of y'all recognize me from the dance on Saturday. By the way, I was here on Saturday DJing. We was turned right here in the middle of the gym. So raise your hands right now and I'll give you a microphone. All right. There you go, look. We got extra credit, y'all. I know y'all want them A's. RQ, go hand her the mic, please. We're recording audio. We're recording everything. So we're recording audio, video. So this is your time to shine.
As an entrepreneur, what's the most difficult task that you have to handle?
The most difficult task to handle as an entrepreneur is wearing the multiple hats. And I'd say the beginning is the hardest part. Why? Because, for example, in the beginning, you're going to have to be the one pressing up your shirts. You know what I'm saying? I started my clothing brand in 2017, and I'm still pressing up my own shirts. You know what I mean? You're going to be the one having to sell your hat. You're going to be the one having to, you're going to have to be the salesman. You're going to have to be HR. You're going to have to be the production team. You're going to have to be the marketing team. You're going to have to be the social media team, everything, because in the beginning, no one's going to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be the reason why people believe in you, and if you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to believe in you. You know what I mean? Everybody here wouldn't be here. Everyone standing behind me would not be here. Lily would not get behind me if I didn't believe in myself a certain type of way. You know what I mean? If I didn't have, don't get me wrong, you don't have to do this, but I got no steps backwards, and I got my logos tatted on me, and I did that in 2017. Why? Because ever since I made the decision to take no steps backwards, it's been no steps backwards ever since. You know, and from there, you know, I got me a shirt, I made me a hoodie, I made me a banner, I made me business cards, you know, and everything is no steps backwards, everything builds on its own, but the hardest part is the persistence, the consistency, and having to wear the multiple hats. You know what I mean? And then telling yourself those days where you're not trying to do nothing, those days where you're like, man, I'm tired, I'm beat up, I'm sweating, I'm hurting, I have a herniated disc, I can't walk, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the days where you got to be like, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it going. Why? Because you got to tat it on you. You know what I'm saying? This is for life. You know what I'm saying? Once you commit to something, that's what it is. You stand for nothing, you're going to fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to be, I ain't trying to be a part of no circus. You hang around 9 clients, you're going to be the 10th one. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers your question. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else?
That's hecka loud. True. Yeah, it's just weird hearing myself. I sound hecka loud. Okay.
You'll get used to it, trust me.
Man. How do you use time management as somebody who wears multiple hats? Because that's what I'm currently struggling with, because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And yes, you could always say, oh, yeah, I'm going to keep going, but you need your physical needs. You need to go to sleep for like 8+ hours, at least 8+ hours. So how do you use time management as a way to continue pressing forward?
Discipline. Everything is discipline. I need my 8 hours. I love sleeping. You know what I'm saying? I love my bed. I got a big boy king-size mattress in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So I love laying on it. And I need my 8 hours, you know. And you need water. You know what I mean? So all those things are discipline. Understand? You know, you kind of got to bump your head a couple times. You know, I done had a couple incidents where my body shut down. Your mental is you can have the toughest mental, and yes, that's the majority of what you need. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand you're only human, and your body when your body is shut down, it doesn't matter what your mental tells your body. If your body is hurting and is down, it's gonna go down. So you have to make sure that you're putting the proper nutrients in your body, putting the proper water in your body, taking the proper rest, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep running on E, because then at that point, you're setting yourself up for failure, because now, say right now, I didn't get my proper sleep tonight, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to be over here all, you know what I'm saying? If I, you know, it's not, and that's not a good look, you know what I'm saying? So discipline, I have to say that's number one for sure.
Also, can you do me a favor? Can you shout out my entrepreneur page? Can you shout out my page, my IMVU cosmetic page? I got to do my own self-promote, y'all. Y'all can't get mad at me.
Look at the camera and do whatever it is what you want to do.
Hey, y'all.
Put your mask down so they can see your face.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Where the glasses at? You can't just have it out.
Let them know.
Come on now. Okay.
6 seconds of fame.
Hi. I sell lashes. I sell gloss. I also have my own brand. I also sell hoodies. which are on the way. They're coming soon. Shout out my page, IMVU Cosmetics, the cosmetic boutique. Follow us on Instagram. You already know what it is. I'm a black business. Come on now. I'm a black entrepreneur.
Come on, y'all give her a round of applause, man. Come on, y'all gotta salute
I'm like a child.
Thank
Come
you.
on now. You trying to get this hustle while I'm young, you know? You already know what
What's
it
the
is.
Instagram?
At INV, the cosmetic boutique. Ugh.
There you go.
Who wants the mic? Before I...
Could I get
who wants the
another
mic?
hands up? Anybody that got a question? Let's get the mic over right here to my boy right here. On the right.
Who want it first?
Start off by saying your name. Your name and how old you are.
My name is Anthony, and I'm 15 years old. Like you, I'm also trying to start a clothing brand. And I just want to ask, like, how successful is your clothing brand?
I don't go. That question is very dependent on perspective, and I don't like to give. I don't like to base it. That question is very. It depends on how you define success. You know what I mean? Because, for example, when it comes to this entrepreneurship stuff, you know, you could say, yes, something is successful, but you might, with this, you're going to have 1 month where you do great, and then you're going to have another month where you're way down here. You know what I mean? So overall, what I base success off of is my happiness. Am I happy? There's a lot of people that are successful, but they're sad. You know, they're mad at the world, at themselves. Why? Because they're in reality, they're doing something that somebody else wants them to do. You know what I mean? A lot of these major artists that you see, a lot of these independent rappers, a lot of not quote unquote independent rappers, you know what I mean, are really doing something that somebody else is telling them to do. So are you really doing what you want to do? You know what I mean? And ultimately that's what's going to make you happy, if you're doing something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You didn't sell out for a dollar amount. You stuck to your roots and what you wanted to do. So in my perspective, yeah, my brand is very successful. Why? Because it allows me to do things like this. It allows me to do things that I want to do. I'm not doing this. I don't get nothing out of this but pride and happiness. This brings me joy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this because somebody's paying me to do it. I'm not doing this because somebody's telling me to do it. You know what I mean? An opportunity was given to me because of my brand. So I can only be thankful for the work that my brand, that I put in with my brand and those that are also around me. I don't base success off of a dollar amount. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you can make money. You know, you can make a lot of money. But it's ultimately what you do with that. You know what I mean? Money doesn't define. Money shouldn't define you. You know what I mean? Because at a point, you know, when I was in high school, I didn't have a pair of anything. You know. Nikes, Jordan. To this day, I never owned a pair of Jordans. You know what I mean? And that's nowadays I could afford a pair of Jordans, but when I was a kid, I couldn't. You know what I mean? So, success. Don't go day by day thinking success is a certain dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? Success doesn't look like something. Success feels like something. You know what I'm saying? Success feels like damn, like shoot, like. This Sunday, we're going to celebrate success. Why? Because I was better than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I got more loyalty around me, more love around me. That's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Money can't buy you loyalty. Money can't buy you love. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And ultimately, those are the things that you should cherish, you know, because that's what's going to last. You can't take that money with you to the grave. You know what I'm saying? That's success. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, that success, that love that you build, those relationships around you, that's what's going to keep your name alive. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully from this, you know, you guys are going to go 20, 30 years from now and be like, damn, that one ugly dude that came into my first period class that one day, you know, said something about some, and it made me think about some, and now I'm looking at what I'm doing, you know? So that's only going to bring joy to my heart when I hear that story, when I'm, you know, wrinkly and old and I can't even walk no more, you know. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anybody got would like to raise your hand for another question? It's extra credit, yo. It's extra credit.
What inspired you to start your clothing line?
Definitely my upbringing. Like I said, I'm an immigrant. A little bit of background on that, I guess. So like, I was snuck through the border. My mom got married. She finessed the game. You know what I'm saying? My mom. I was born in this very small town, Guasave, Sinaloa, Mexico. So, my mom got married, became a resident, and then she paid when I was 7 years old in 2004, August 2004. She paid for me to get snuck through the border. So basically, I was a 7-year-old peanut, and then they put me with a little family of like 3, and were like, "Hey, this is your uncle, this is your cousin, this is your aunt." I was like, "Okay, shoot." So then they took me to another family. They said, "This is your other uncle, and your other cousin." And then I'm like, "Okay, cool, I got hella cousins." And then they went and took me to another uncle, another aunt, and then basically like 7 different times until I made it across the border. And then my mom's picked me up in San Diego. No, she picked me up in Wilmington, which is like LA area. And then from there, she took me to Richmond. And then I was in Richmond 7 to 13. I went to Cesar Chavez Elementary, then J.O. Ford. I don't know if y'all familiar with Richmond, but Lavanya Dijon Middle School, and then I went to Oakland High. Oakland High is where I started my freshman year, and I graduated from it in 2015. I've been working gardening, landscaping since I was 11, 12. I used to cut chickens' heads off, you know what I'm saying, at farms and stuff for a little bit of change. One thing that my mom always told me was, I love going to the store and asking my mom to buy me things, but then eventually I stopped because anytime, 120% she'd always tell me no, you know what I'm saying? So I eventually gave it up because I'm like, okay, moms don't got it, but everything she always told me was always, okay, you want that, you buy it. So that always stuck with me. So I'm like, okay, if I work, then I could buy that, you know what I'm saying? So I was always working from landscaping, gardening, feeding chickens, catching them, getting scratched all on. I got my first job at KFC, my first real job at KFC when I was 15 and a half, 16. I was a freshman or a sophomore, and I was there all of high school. On top of, that's when I started DJing. I started DJing when I was a freshman, doing like little like first and second birthday parties, you know what I'm saying? Like things like this, bring a speaker by, play some music. And then that's kind of how I kind of started dipping my fingers in the water, you know what I mean? What motivated me to start No Steps Backwards was I look back and I'm like, at some point you got to look back and you're like, wow, look at all those mountains, look at all those hurdles, look at all those obstacles that I just went over, you know what I'm saying? You got like, I don't know about y'all, man, but I be surprising myself sometimes, and I understand that a lot of y'all probably walk without speaking about your struggles, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying? But at some point, you have to do some type of self-reflection, you know what I'm saying? Do some type of self-reflection within yourself. Y'all what, freshman or sophomore? Freshman, right? So at some point when y'all seniors, you know what I'm saying, turn around. Even right now, you guys could do that now because you guys aren't really kids no more, you know what I'm saying? We got up-and-coming entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? Up-and-coming businesswomen, businessmen, you know what I'm saying? You guys are the next generation. So you guys are 14, 15, you guys have already been through stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. You know, not everybody talks about your struggles, but I know it's a couple of you in here struggling, you feel me? So it's okay to every now and then turn back and just look at all the stuff that you've been through and be like, wow, like I've really built a callus. Y'all know what callus is? No? What's a callus? Yeah, see, he like, yeah, I work out. I'm big boy working out, so you know exactly what that is. So you build callus, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you bump and scrape your knee, that knee gonna grow back stronger, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at with callus, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay to turn around, do some self-reflection and be like, wow, like that's what I've been through. If I've been through that, this right here ain't nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? You've been through something, like you turn around and be like, wow, like, I gotta pat myself in the back, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what allowed me to take no steps, create no steps backwards, because I'm like, what got me through that was that no steps backwards mentality. You know what I'm saying? Taking no steps backwards, making sure that every time I fell, I grew back up. Making sure that when I planted a seed, I didn't give up on the seed. I made sure I watered it every day. I made sure that I gave it love. You got to talk to your plants. You got to feed your plants. You got to show love to your plants so that they can grow into a tree and give you fruit. You know what I'm saying? My dad would tell me stories. I didn't get a chance to really speak to my dad until I was 19. I didn't grow up with my pops. Nowadays, as an adult, I make sure that every time I'm with him, I'm listening, because that man got a lot of wisdom. He'll sit there and sing to his trees with a guitar. You know, that's how the universe works. Your trees are living. Everything around you is living. Your plants, the air, everything is one. You know what I'm trying to say? What you put out is what you're going to get back. So that's why I put out, I give, so that I get all that back. That's no steps backwards. Any other questions?
Remember, question you ask, you get 10 extra credit points for each question. And some of you guys actually need help.
So hold on, right? Because I need all of this to be recorded. So Ari, can you hand her the mic, please? And start if y'all got, what's the time? Like 10 minutes or like a couple minutes? Oh, we got 15 minutes, so y'all better get to asking questions. Look, I know a couple of y'all got D's and C's up in here, so y'all better start get to asking.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what grade I got. Okay, what's the question? Y'all know I'm getting these 10 extra. Y'all not getting them, right? Okay, I'm just making sure. Did you used to work at In a Brewer?
So, yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, okay, that's where I recognize you from.
Yeah, those
okay,
two,
yeah.
you know, they little chickens. They
No, it's all love.
I'm trying to get her questions.
I was a mentor at the after-school program for E-Basie.
You worked there?
Yeah,
That's
the
cool.
after-school program.
Okay. Also, did anybody on your way to success, did you lose friends on the way? You know when Drake in that one song, he's like,
For sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna, and also too, it's like that thing too is like, don't think, for example, like the word success is very subjective, because once again, what you define as success might not be what I define as success. You know what I'm trying to say? What's your name, Mamas?
Jade.
Jade. So for example, what you define as success, I might not define it as it. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't know. To me, I look at success and I think, okay, I think financial freedom, first and foremost, that's success to me. Being able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? That's success to me. You feel me? If I say right now, Lily, I want your first, second, third, and fourth period class, I want them right now. We finna go take a trip over to, I don't know, where we gonna go, the Space Academy or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to have the money to do that and say that, you know what I'm trying to say? To me, that's financial freedom. Whatever your likes, whatever your needs are, you know what I'm saying? That's like your financial freedom, you could say. That's why I don't.
Whatever you want to do at that time that if you want to be able to say, oh, I know I can like go over and fly to Cancun right now. Like I can be out of here. I can be gone.
Stuff, exactly.
I can do whatever I want when
Literally.
I want to, whenever the time.
Right, because I got a private jet in the back, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple cars waiting for me in Dubai, you know what I'm saying? So, and we gonna be good. Transportation taken care of, food taken care of, hotel room taken care of, all that, you know. So success, I don't know, I don't use that word just yet because I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way towards that.
Would you say it's a goal of yours to reach that type of success? Because as you said, people don't measure success the same. Right. Success can be like that one job they want, or even to like work at Starbucks or get this one shirt, or
It depends on your ambitions.
People tend to measure success shortly, like, oh, this is just something I want to reach now, and I know it'll be short because I can just get it. Like, say I wanted a shirt. I successfully required the shirt. Yay. What's next? I got the shirt. Do I wear it? Do you want to hold the mic? Okay then. But yeah, you can't just measure it as something you could just reach now. Shouldn't it be like long term?
I feel like you have to, going back to that discipline, you gotta have multiple types of goals. You gotta have your short term, your mid term, and your long term. You know what I'm saying? You wanna have short term being what, like 2 weeks to a month, mid term being like 3 months, 6 months, and then long term being like this upcoming year. You know, where do you wanna be at next year? What do you wanna be doing? Things like that. Goal setting is very important overall, you know, so meeting those goals, but also setting new goals, you know what I mean? Setting new goals. I'd like to take the time to ask y'all a question real quick. And I want y'all to be honest, because ultimately I want to really create an impact with this and really dig down deep to more than just the surface. I want to ask y'all a question. I want y'all to tell me what y'all biggest fear is. Whoever volunteers, once again, that's 10 extra credit points, right? Could I get the mic over to,
You gotta raise your hand, girl.
please, right here over with the green. Once again, if you could tell me your first name and then how old you are, please.
My name's Brian. I'm 15. My biggest fear is like living like an everyday job. I feel like when I'm older.
I'm Kaden. I'm 14, and it's kind of like his, but it's just like doing a job that you don't feel happy in, like living every day like unhappy.
My name is Jackson. I'm 14, and my biggest fear is just dying without ever knowing my full potential, without just tapping my full potential.
My name is Ari. I'm 14, and my biggest fear is being left by myself, like everybody leaving me, or like doing something that I know I'll never be happy in, like not being able to live my life how I want to.
Let me hear something from you, Mama. I was hearing from you on Saturday. You was at the dance. I'm talking to you right here. That you exactly on? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I want to hear something from you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
My name's Sanaya, and I'm 15 years old, and my worst fear is to lose the person I'm closest to, or like the person that I care about the most, because like I don't know how I'm gonna take it.
Y'all
Just
give
being
it up
busy.
one time for yourselves real quick, just for even saying that. Talking about fear is very difficult. I wanted to bring that up because that's kind of what I want to talk about also, you know. When I was in high school, I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid of not fitting in. I couldn't really find people that looked like me. I didn't really find people that had similar situations like me. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard to relate. So because of that, I used to try to like be something that I wasn't. You know what I mean? I used to try to like, I don't know, act a certain way like so that I could fit in, or like try to like listen to a certain type of music so that I could talk to a certain type of crew or whatever, or do certain types of, you know what I mean? And I realized that a lot of those things only brought me a lot of fake love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fake interactions. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's the energy that I was putting out. You know what I'm saying? I was putting out that fake energy, and that's what I was getting in return. And even though a lot of that little fake stuff feels good in the moment, it's not good for you in the long run. You know what I mean? Because who's really going to be there for you, like y'all said, when y'all in the hospital bed? You know what I'm trying to say? When y'all in that hospital bed, who's really finna show up for you? You know what I'm saying? When you are 21, 22, you know, and you're waking up to your 9 to 5, are you happy? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the results that you're gonna get happen because of the things that you did. Everything at the end of the day goes upon you. Why? Because you had the choice. You know what I'm saying? You had the choice to do this or that. You had the choice to put yourself in that position. You had the choice to hang out with those dudes. You had the choice to hang out with those females. You had the choice to walk in through those doors. You had the choice to do everything that you did that got you those results. So at the end of the day, you can't blame nobody for the things that you're going through but yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you put yourself through. Right now, you guys are kids, so a lot of the things that you're going through doesn't necessarily depend on you. I guess that was more so for once you become an adult. Because right now, you guys kind of got the hands that you were dealt. When you're children, you have to deal with what your parents brought you into. You know what I mean? Once you get into an independent life where you're providing for yourself, your work pays your bills, your work feeds you, and all that type of stuff, then everything really comes down on you. You know, what job do you have? You know, who are you around? Do you have long-term people around you? You know what I'm saying? People that are going to be there next to your hospital bed. You know what I'm saying? Do you have people around you could call and they'll show up in an instant? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? All those things depend on you. Why? Because you choose who you have around you. You know what I'm saying? You choose who your friends are. You choose what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot when I started hanging around people with money. You know what I'm saying? Not because they had money, because of what they talked about. You know what I'm saying? You hang around a bunch of people that don't got nothing going for themselves, that don't got nothing going on. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a whole lot of BS. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about the new shoes, the new Balenciagas, the new rap Drake, the new Rihanna scandal, and the new, rich people don't talk about none of that. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? You hang around people with money, they're not talking about what other people are doing. You hang around people with money, they're talking about businesses, they're talking about networking, they're talking about the new firm that just opened up in Hayward, they're talking about warehouse spaces, they're talking about coding, they're talking, you know what I'm trying to say? Financial literacy. They're talking about different things. The conversation changes. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, when that conversation changes, that's when this should change. And you're like, damn, these are the guys that everyone's trying to be, but they don't look like what everybody look like. You know what I'm trying to say? The people with money are walking around with polo tees and little vests, like zip-up vests and sweats and Skechers. That's what the rich people are walking around in. The people with money. You know what I'm trying to say? The dudes that you see with the pretty chains and the shoes and all that, yeah, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? But is you happy? That's where I say it's like success. That word success is very perspective based. You know what I'm trying to say? If you look at the shallow things as success, then that's cool. That's success for you. More power to you. That's not how I define success. You feel me? And I bring up fear because fear is very important. Fear controls people. You know what I'm saying? People throughout, look at history. What have they used to control us? Fear. You know what I'm saying? At a certain time, 1300s, you do this, you're a witch, you're going to hell. Oh man, I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Fear. Thank you. Thank you. What's it called? That's why I bring up fear. Because at the end of the day, when you're afraid, you got to go towards that. Go towards that fear. Tap into that fear. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the only way that you're going to get over that fear is to go through it. That's the only way. It doesn't matter what I tell you. It doesn't matter what any of that. The best thing I could do is if you're afraid, go towards that. You know what I'm saying? And use that fear, that thing that you feel in your heart, use that as fuel. Because when I was in that boxing ring, I got 3 fights. When I was in that boxing ring and I seen somebody, the dude in front of me, and he trying to take my head off, you don't think I'm afraid? I'm hella afraid.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But that man is trying to take my head off, so what I'm finna do, I'm gonna take his head off first. You know what I'm saying? So if you're afraid to walking through that doors, walk through that door. If you're afraid to go talk to that female, go talk to that female. If you're afraid to go and speak with that business owner and ask him for a job, go in through those doors and talk to that person. Because closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a picture, y'all.
I did not shout out my business. He didn't ask me. This is for y'all. Hi, my name is Elisha Lely Davis. I am the owner and CEO of Excellent Exposure Firm. It's a financial literacy firm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all, he finna take a picture with y'all, though, so just come to the middle. Just stay where y'all at. Just slide to the middle. Oh, wait, you want the NSB? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hustle up. This is y'all saying thank you to him. Everybody taking a picture. It's not an option, though. Okay? Yep. You all are greatly appreciated. Let's go, ladies. Let's go. Y'all can do it after. Y'all can do it after the picture. For your thing? Okay, bet. Yep. Okay. Y'all scooch. Scooch in there. Scooch in there. I don't know if he see the whole thing, though. Yeah, hey, y'all scoot in some. Y'all really don't, but it's okay. Just scoot in.